Good day, everybody. This is Mark Michael here. I'm going to start doing the video series for social media. Now, the first thing that I always recommend, if you haven't really been doing a lot of online marketing in the past, is to create a new Gmail account to start fresh with. You're going to use this Gmail account for your basically all your login credentials on all the different sites like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and any of the other sites that you're going to start using in the future. This way, you're not going to jam up your main email addresses because, as you start promoting more and more through these social medias and as people start following you, it could be a lot of messages. So it's just better to set up a separate account that is just basically used for logging into these other sites, as well as getting the friend requests and the different types of connection messages and notifications you're going to get. And you can always still adjust your notifications so you don't get a lot of email that way also, but it is best to set up a new account. So I'm in one of my Gmail accounts. I'm just going to come down here to add an account, and if you go all the ways down to the bottom, you go add account, and then there's the button here for create a new account. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I normally just use all my normal information. I like, oops, didn't get the tab there. Now as far as, okay, actually I've already created this one, Big Vision Success. So basically you're going to just put in your username. Normally if you tie it to your business, it'll be pretty well available. You don't really want to use your name as part of these Gmail accounts because it's tied to your business, and you never know, down the road you might end up selling your business, so it's good that you're not tied to your name there. So anyways, I've already created this one, which is Big Vision Success, which is the one that I'm going to be using. So it asks for your basic information, your create a password, your birthday, your gender, and then ask for your mobile phone number and one of your other email addresses, and then just this little verify form here to just add the number. So again, you want to create your own Gmail account specifically for social media. So what I'm going to do now, being I've already created this one, again I'm just going to sign in. Oops, I gotta go find it because it's a new one, so hopefully fortunately, it remembered me because I didn't have my password handy. And that's, again, the other thing that I always do is I've created a spreadsheet through the years to where basically, here, let me show you real quick. I've got passwords and contact information for probably close to hundreds of sites and different things. I might break it down into different projects. So like I created a website for a lawyer in Redlands, California, so that there was some specific stuff there. I've got my altsugar.com site, so it's got some specific information. So really good to have that because the more you start doing online, the more passwords you have, and it can get confusing. Sometimes that's my greatest challenge, is just finding usernames and passwords when I go into accounts that I don't typically use. Alright, so that's kind of the basics of setting up a Gmail account and just some real basic stuff. So now I'm gonna go over to my my Facebook page, my Facebook profile, which is my primary account. Right now I think I might have a couple sub accounts, which basically I just created an account using a separate email address so I could have multiple Facebook accounts. So this is a preference thing. Because I've had this profile, I really do most everything through this. Although I've got a site, it's altsugar.com, where I set up a avatar for that business, because that's a site that eventually I'm going to build out to sell. So I wanted to do that under a separate email account. So, but what I'm doing now is stuff that I'm looking to be active as myself, because I want to be able to promote things like, I just went to the holiday retreat with Neil Donald Walsh. Actually, you can see my picture on that one. That was me with Neil on New Year's Eve. Okay, so the way to get to creating a Facebook page is just go to the Home tab, and it's going to bring up your favorites here. And if I go into Pages, and right here on the left-hand side, it's got a Create Page tab, and then it ticks up the type of page you're going to create. Now, just be real clear. This is a work in progress like everything else online. So what I'm going to show you here is just really the basic setups so you can create the page. Like, I'm still in the process. I haven't created my logo for this business, which is Big Vision Success Coaching, which also has Big Vision Success Summit and a couple other things. So this account's actually going to be Big Vision Success is what I'm hoping for. So company, organization, or institution is what I'm going to use for this one. Then it lets you choose the category. So I'm going to put this one under consulting and business services, because I might be doing a few different things with this. For instance, my coaching service, consulting and coaching service, and some of my internet marketing. So a lot of different things. So that's what I plan on using this one for. So, oops. So basically, I picked the category for the Facebook page, and now I'm going to put the business name. And sometimes you get them. Sometimes, if there's somebody already using it, I might have to make an adjustment. So I'm just going to say get started and see if it gives it to me. Okay, looks like, okay, so now I'm in the back end setting up the page. So again, I'm going to just put some basics here about this right now, because I don't necessarily have a ton of information on this site. Again, it's a work in progress. So oops. Spell Facebook right, please. All right. Oops. And again, most everything here could be edited down the road. So don't be worried about what. There's only one thing here, which I'll get to down here, is your Facebook page. That's the only thing that you only get one change of name on the Facebook page. So really try to get the page name you do, and make it more. It's actually more important to be descriptive on what the page is about than your brand name per se. Just because when you get into SEO and different things like that, you want people to find you based on what type of business you are versus the name of your business, because people don't know your name until they know you. So it's more important that you use descriptive terms inside of that. Now this is stuff I'm going to come back to. I'm going to link it out to my website. And now this is the one that you got to kind of be a little careful on, because one, it's sometimes difficult to get the exact name you want, and two, you want it to be descriptive. So I'm going to shoot for Big Vision Success. Make sure you have it spelled right, because again, you can only change this one time. And I'm going to save info. Alright, so right now I don't have the website created. I don't have any graphics done. But if I did, simply upload from computer. If I go into here, I know I've got some files that are kind of based on Vision. See if I can find one real quickly. I mean, it's not. All right. I don't really have a. I know I have pictures based on the topic of Vision. I just didn't have it handy or prepared to know what it is, and I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. So your next step, good enough. All right. So I'm going to add it to my favorites, so it'll show up on my left sidebar in case I want to do something to the page. It's easier to find. And next, I'm going to create a basic audience. So okay. So I'm just gonna, for now, I'm just gonna put United States. I'm moving to Arizona shortly, so I'm gonna put Arizona in there. You know, again, I could come back and change this later on, because okay. Now this is, so the interest is probably one of the most important things you want to do. You want to have people that are interested in the topic of your site. So I'm going to use business and industry. You know, and it gives you these various categories. And if you click on it, you can actually get subcategories. So family and relationships. Okay, so again, so you can add multiple different interests based on what your topic is. I'm not looking for dating. I'm not looking for. We'll put in family. Just again, you want people to be able to search for you and find you for, you know, various things that your business represents or you represent. Okay, so right now, again, I'll probably come back later on and adjust this as I start really getting more specific exactly what I'm going to do with this page. All right, so that's the basics. Now you can come in and add a cover photo, which again, I don't have one created at this point, but I do want to point out a few things. So you can come in, so you can kind of enter a lot more information about your business. Okay, it gives you this Facebook page ID. You might want to put that down in your spreadsheet as a simple way to be able to promote your page. But again, you can enter all these different information about what the Facebook page is about, what you're about, so people have an understanding of who you are. Obviously, when I created you can like the page. Now you can also, this is another important piece, is being able to add call to action buttons. Now there's different ones you can do. You can use games, you can do a sign up page. So for instance, if I was doing this, I could link this out to my website, or I could link it out to when you created that web form back in the email section. You had that link for your autoresponder. Now you could put that in there, and then what it'll do is, let me see if I can. All right, that's worth actually showing you in person. Hang with me. I didn't know I was going to be doing this right now in this piece here, but it makes sense. So I'm logging into my Get Response account real quick, because I do want to show you that piece, because it is something that you want every opportunity to get people to opt into your list. So I'm going to go into my my forms, and I'm going to see which. Oops, there's two different. Let me see. All right, there it is. All right, so there's that form I created for this when I was doing the email marketing. Just a very big basic. But now what I can do is I can come take that link, post it in here. Now I'm not setting it up like an app for right now, so I'm just going to hit the create. All right, so now when somebody comes to my page, they're going to hit this sign up. I'm going to test the button, because it knows it's me, so it doesn't count. And now that takes somebody right to that opt-in form. Now there are different ways I could set this up. I would typically set that up to a landing page that has more information than just strictly to my opt-in button, but that's just showing you just some of what can be done here. Now, Facebook only lets you do one call to action in these here. Let's see. So if you come over next to the message sign, which they've made it to where now people can message your page direct, and you as the admin of the page will be able to come in and see the messages. Okay. Again, if you wanted to create another page, you can do that right from here. Now, there's mixed choices here. Some people like having one main Facebook page for their entire business, or the other option is this Big Vision Success is only a piece of my business, and I'm going to be promoting it directly to specific markets. So I might leave this as a separate page versus setting it up as a tab or another call to action within this page. But like if I chose to, for that action button, I could have actually linked that just to my main Facebook page or something else like that. So there's a lot of different functionality, and as we get deeper into Facebook, beyond the 30 days, if you choose to keep working with me there, I'll show you kind of how you can set that up. Now, the next thing I want to do is set up a Facebook page for this business also. So kind of the same thing. I'm going to come over here to my sidebar here, and I'm going to look for groups down here, and then it says create group, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to use the same name, except I'm going to add the coaching to this one, because what I'm planning on doing with this is using this as a way to keep in contact with the people that sign up for my training programs in a more personal way. I'm going to add this as I'm leaving this as a closed group because I want it to be able to excuse me, I was trying to find somebody to add to the group real quick. I wanted to, and it lets you suggest people to add to your group, so you can add friends directly to the group. And this is why I want to kind of touch on this real quick. Be very careful who you just add to your groups. I get added to some network marketing groups and other groups such as that on a regular basis, and it can get annoying if the people don't know aren't part of what you're doing. So here, what I'm doing is I'm going to add a few people that I'm actually doing some work with right now, because I want these people to be able to interact with me here on Facebook also. Alright. And let's see, what else do I need to add to this? Alright, that's good for right now. So I'm going to just create the group. And I'll let you do this little icon just to be able to find it inside your favorites a little quicker. So I'm going to use the little one because we're going to have some ideas here. Alright. Again, you can upload photos, and you can be able to add your description, add an icon, and add the cover photo. Again, but that's the basics of setting up your Facebook group. And what I'm going to do with this group is now I have just another way my people can interact with me here on Facebook, even though they're inside my other program that I'm using for the coaching. So, all right. So I'll probably be adding you to this soon also. So I'm going to end this video, and then I'll do another video on a couple of the other social media accounts. This is Mark Michael signing off. Talk soon.